All right, here we go. We're going live. And welcome to the WAN show, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fantastic show today because we have a very special guest joining us. The one and only Luc Lafreniere from Floatplane Media.
Really proud to be here. Thank you for having me
I think people forget that you don't actually work here because they see you every week on the WAN show. Actually, it's great because we've got a lot of really great topics today. MSI is allegedly paying reviewers to remove bad reviews of their products. This is not a good look for them. Somebody, whoa, hold on a second. Somebody pulled this out of the dock. This was my topic, and we are talking about it. Have you seen that new game, Gamer Girl?
I saw like a weird clip about it and I didn't really get it, and then I moved on.
Terrible. It's terrible. Just to give you some idea, the left hates it, the right hates it, I hate it. It's awful. It's absolutely. Oh, hi, darlings. Thank you very much. My small humans are bringing me some very special new merch announcements for the show today. If this wasn't big enough, we now have the Chungus-sized LTT water bottle available in 6 different colors. We've got pink, which, as you guys can probably tell, is the one that I'm all excited about. We've got black and white, which we do not call the inclement weather soldier edition. We've got the stealth, which is black on black. We've got the the classic, which is orange on black. We've got the stealth, which is black on black. LTTstore.com. There's so many of these next to me. We're calling this 12 a.m. green. Okay, 12 a.m. green. Not to be confused with a color that Apple has. 12 a.m. green. Anyway, sorry. What else we got for topics today? We're going to talk Gamer Girl for sure, though.
Did you do the black and gold one?
Oh. There it is. Yes, and so we have the large in black and gold. And, very exciting, we have decided that bigger water bottles should be a matter of preference, not a matter of cost. So they are exactly the same price as our previous water bottles and still insulated. You know what? It's a funny thing to me. I was going to talk about this later, but whatever. We're just going to do it now. It's a funny thing to me. Knowing what things cost, a lot of the price of an item like a water bottle is in just the minimum order quantities, the shipping and logistics, the handling fees for the third-party distribution that you're using. Like, the actual difference in cost between these two water bottles is like $1.50 or $2.50 or something like that. And I'm looking at it going, well, that's stupid. You should just get the size of water bottle you want, and it shouldn't be about whether you can afford to carry 40 ounces instead of 18 ounces or whatever this one is with you.
Is that partially because it would not be a good marketing thing to sell a water bottle for like $32?
I mean, I don't know. I was shameless enough to ask $30 for the old one, so I don't see why I wouldn't be shameless enough to ask $34.99 for the new one.
There's water bottles that are much more expensive than that.
No, for me, actually, you're going to see something similar when we finally eventually launch mouse pads. It is very unlikely that between different sizes of mouse pads, you will see a difference in price, because it's more to do with just getting it made and getting it delivered to the person, and less to do with like that extra little bit of cloth and rubber actually costing that much more. It's just not that big of a deal. So I think you're going to see a price for desk pads, and then the different sizes are just going to be down to, well, how big of a desk pad do you need? And you're going to see a price for mouse pads, and that's going to come down to how big of a mouse pad do you like?
Interesting.
All right, what do you got for topics for me? Hit me, Luke.
Blackmagic Design announces a 12K Ursa Mini Pro.
We ordered 6 of them.
I was going to say, how long till Brandon? And then I guess the answer to that was already, and a lot.
Yeah.
Also, Twitter got freaking super hacked.
I know, right?
I also used Twitter so much that I didn't know until it was already over, and by a long amount of time.
Me too. I kind of managed to capitalize on the memes. Our Twitter account was disabled though. So when I finally figured out what was going on, I was like, oh, I should try and send a tweet. Nope, didn't work. So I had to send one out for my personal account. And of course, it was just a post. So, whatever. Let's roll that intro. All right, why don't we jump right into our headline topic for the day? I am super jazzed about this. Blackmagic Design announces the 12K Ursa Mini Pro. And before I go any further, Luke, help me out here. What possible justification could there be for a 12K camera?
Okay, first of all, I don't know. Second of all, why 5? You said 6. I see in the doc it says 5.
It's 6. It's 6. So
It's
you're only
6?
allowed to order 5
Why
at a
6?
time. But then we were like, but my freedom. And we ordered 6. So we ordered 5 at once, and then we ordered 1 on Brandon's personal account. So we could
Why?
well, okay, you went and you tried to flip the script. I'm not going to allow it to happen. I want you to tell me why it exists. I want to hear your take.
So that Brandon doesn't even have to be at the camera. He can just like put it somewhere vaguely in the room, and then you guys can just crop down to like whatever you need to get the framing right.
Oh man, we're already trying to figure out how to like rig 4 of them on like a 2x4 and make like a 24K video.
Oh my god.
It's going to be gold.
Oh. Why? Where are you going to play that?
24K gold.
What are you going to play that on?
Get it? Get it? 24K gold.
I understand, but what are you going to play it on?
Okay. So we're going to get, get this, okay? We're going to get 3 8K TVs, okay? And we're going to do a 3x3 grid of 8K 8K TVs. We're going to game at 24K. Okay, we're gonna manually upgrade the memory on a graphics card to have enough video memory.
You're not even gaming because it's pre-recorded footage.
Yes, that's true. But oh man, but that actually, oh man, that segues perfectly into one of our other topics for today.
You need to make a thing called Gamer Boy.
Gamer Boy.
But instead of like weird and edgy, it should just be like really boring. You just like wake up in the morning, sit down to your computer.
You put on sweatpants
Have lunch at some point in time. Go to bed. You were laid off because of coronavirus, and
you
now
get
you
up,
need to play
you game some more, and then you whine and complain about how like, man, when I'm gaming really late like this, the only people online are on the European servers, and the ping sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, that used to be a problem for me, okay? When I was in university not getting a degree done, okay? I was all like, look, like this sucks. Nobody's online. It blows. Because I'm already West Coast, right? So, half of North America is
the trials
asleep.
and tribulations of Gamer Boy.
Trials and tribulations, man. It's going to be good.
I'd get it.
Oh man. Okay. Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into Gamer Girl later. For now, let's talk about the Blackmagic Ursa Mini. This thing, man, half the things that are sick about it are not even in the dock here. So
is it for slow-mo?
Okay, it's for everything. Okay, so it can do 12K at up to 60 frames per second. I don't even know how they're cooling that sensor. It can do 8K full sensor at 110 frames per second. It can do cropped 4K at up to 220 frames per second. It's crazy. It can do dual XLR inputs. And the crazy thing, okay, remember our Sony FS700? You're leaning out of the frame. There he is.
Yeah, sorry.
Sony FS700. It could do 240 or even 480 or 960 FPS, but only with 480 and 960 were both with half and a quarter of the vertical lines respectively. And any one of them in slow-mo, you could only do like a burst, like a pre-trigger or an end trigger. We're talking continuous recording here. 10 grand.
Pretty wicked.
10 grand. Okay, dual XLR input, so that's like the professional audio input. We don't know how good the preamps are yet, so that's something we're gonna have to figure out. And get this. So it's got dual CFast 2.0 slots for simultaneous recording. This is something I've been whining about forever with the Red cameras. If you have a Red Mag fail, which they do, because there's nothing special about them, your footage is gone. It's just gone. Whereas now you could have a secondary card that you were simultaneously recording. Cool. That's right.
Yeah.
It supports
pretty huge, actually.
Dual SD UHS slots. And get this, it gets even crazier than that. You can load this thing up with an NVMe U.2 drive. Like what? So you could conceivably, as these drives get bigger,
just your own drive.
Put a U.2. You put a U.2 in there. There's 8 terabyte U.2, 7 mil. So I'd have to check how high the capacity goes in the 7 mil form factor. But conceivably in the future, you could throw 8 terabyte, 16 terabyte SSD in this thing and record for days. 14 stops of dynamic range, which is pretty respectable. Built-in. What? Nobody's talking to you, Google Assistant. Bixby, whoever's talking to me right now. Built-in ND filter, so that's like when you go outside, it's like a neutral filter that you can put in front of it, so everything isn't just blown out. Man, what is some of the other really cool stuff about it?
But why did you buy 6?
Okay, so
is it because the dual recording? Because that is very cool.
Basically, my intention is I'm going to go one of 2 ways. Way number 1 is I flip all the Red cameras and camera equipment and Canon C200s.
Automatically pay for all of this?
All of them. And basically this is a free upgrade / side grade, depending on which camera it is. Like these are definitely going to look better than C200s. I don't know if they will actually look better than the helium sensor in our Reds, but we'll find out, soon enough. Or plan number 2 is we just stick with the cameras we have, and because Blackmagic never produces enough of anything at launch, we flip them on eBay for profit. There you go. So we got plan A, we got plan B, and either way, I win.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
I mean, there's some stuff that I think is going to be really cool here from a workflow perspective. Blackmagic's like raw format, their like compressed raw format is pretty light. It's pretty easy to work with. So even though we're talking 12K footage, I think it should be all right. But that's another angle here is that there's content in here for us. We're going to unbox this thing on Short Circuit.
Yeah.
We're going to do a full video on LTT. We're going to do a video talking about what kind of workstation you need to handle 12K footage now that that's the new, hot or whatever. So there's a ton of...
do something really cool with not time limited 220 FPS.
Oh yeah, for sure. 220 if we're willing to deal with cropped 4K. Like 220 FPS 4K, what? That's thing pretty sweet. Looks freaking incredible.
Pretty cool.
So yeah, there's kind of no way for us to lose with it. So we're just gonna rock it. We're going ham, and we're getting the order in early so that we're not gonna be stuck on like a months long wait list. Like the amount of data here is incredible. We're talking an 80 megapixel image per frame at full res. Like just wrap your brain around that. 12,288 by 6480. What is even going on here? They claim. I'm sorry. I keep, right as you're about to say something, I keep like saying it, and I think the slight delay is like, it seems like I'm not trying to talk over you. I'm sorry. They say,
don't believe the lies.
Oh, for crying out loud. They say, okay, here we go. I'm bringing up the page here, okay? They say you can edit this 12K footage on a laptop.
On a laptop.
Like
yeah,
what?
I saw that.
Oh, I get a DaVinci Resolve license with every camera. So now every one of the editors will have their own DaVinci Resolve license. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Get that sorted out. Fast, flexible post-production. Okay, they've got new color science. That's good. That is one of the ways they were behind our Reds before. 220 FPS. Look at that. Look at it go. It's exciting. High bandwidth recording. This is great. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Full 12K sensor at 24 FPS. We're talking 2.8 gigabytes a second. 2.8
I
gig.
love how when we were looking at those Intel charts, was that last week or the week before?
Oh, that was a while ago, I think.
They didn't
Yeah.
show like where zero actually was, so you didn't know like
Yeah.
where the bottom actually started and all this kind of stuff. Then we get to like Blackmagic's chart. It's very clearly laid out. And the one that they're trying to like kind of show off, I guess, with uncompressed,
Yeah.
they didn't even really show where the top is. They're just
Nope.
like, yeah, this line just it's up there.
It would have taken up too much space on the page.
Yeah, that's cool.
You pay for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. That kind of thing. That's the vibe I'm getting here.
Monday.
Choose from two great models. Yeah, Ursa Mini Pro 12K. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can also record to a USB Type-C, which is pretty sick. So I think the USB Type-C port is what you plug the NVMe like caddy into. I don't remember the details. Brandon basically told me we have to spend like an extra
size limited then?
$400. Well, it has to fit in the thing, so it has to be 7mm, I think. Don't quote me on that. It can fit any lens. Interchangeable lens mounts. Direct recording. There you go. Direct recording to external discs. This thing is nuts. It's nuts. You know? It's knucking futs, as the kids say. SDI out. I love it. I'm so excited. Optional shoulder mount kit. They have a 1080p OLED viewfinder. Look at this thing. Here it is.
Pretty sweet.
The Ursa Mini Recorder. This is the one. Onto fast 2.5-inch SSDs, including the latest U.2 NVMe Enterprise SSDs. See, this is how it's done, Red Digital Cinema, okay? If you want to provide an enterprise-grade media, you let me pick my enterprise-grade media from an enterprise-grade media vendor, like Crucial, for example. That's how it's done. You don't get to decide what my enterprise-grade media is. I'll pick what I trust. I'm jazzed about that.
I mean, like, technically they do. It's just a bad move. So they do get to. He's going to blow up. He hates it.
Just makes me unhappy.
That's sweet, though.
Okay?
What's the expected... I know it's Blackmagic, but what's the, like, expected delivery?
No idea.
Gotcha.
I got nothing. I'm sorry.
Kind of expected that.
Yeah. So there you go. There's no way to lose. I'm excited about it. Let's move on to our next topic here. MSI allegedly paying reviewers to remove bad reviews of their products. So we got to go kind of back to the beginning on this. It was Wednesday. It was a dark and stormy Wednesday somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Tech Channel, Tech Team GB. Do you remember when these guys were just like kids starting out, like posting their first videos?
Yep.
Like, I remember getting messages and stuff from them like, hey, I'm like an aspiring YouTuber or whatever. These guys are one of the few that's like, hey, you know, like, I want to, you know, be a YouTuber, tech YouTuber, whatever. They did it. They hustled. They did it. And now they're stirring the pot. Here they are stirring the pot. I love it. So, Tech Channel... See? Tech Channel. Look at that. I can say that with a straight face. Isn't that great? Tech Channel, Tech Team GB revealed that the video review of the MSI Bravo 15 they posted on Monday had been released after MSI attempted to pay them to keep it quiet. Luke, give me at least two problems with that scenario.
I mean, I don't think it's illegal, but it's a terrible idea, especially if your fans ever figure out that you're trying to pay someone to not release a review of your product.
Bad optics. I like it.
You should also never be in an exchange of money to release or to not release a review of a product.
Oh, yeah.
And an overview or something like that, where it's like very clearly explained that like, this is a sponsored video.
Yep.
I'm talking about the product.
Yep.
That's it.
So
but
poor,
like a proper
poor
review.
ethics.
Yeah, proper review should never be paid for to go up or to not go up.
Okay, problem number 3. Here's problem number 3. They clearly didn't offer enough money. Because otherwise we'd never be hearing about it. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So yeah, the problem is that this is a clear ethics problem, even if it's not technically illegal.
Yeah.
According to Tech Team GB, the exchange went as follows. The video had already been delayed for weeks pending confirmation of their findings from MSI because there were things that were disappointing about the notebook to them. And instead of MSI saying, you know, hey, yeah, your unit is bad. Here, let's get you a new one to give you a better experience, which we've dealt with in the past. Sometimes early units are pre-production and that stuff happens. And you got to give manufacturers a fair chance to put their best foot forward. We're not talking cherry-picked samples. We're talking making sure it's actually full retail quality. But MSI did not have any way to address those issues other than to allegedly send them an email attempting to persuade them not to post the video. And this is a quote in Tech Team GB's tweet storm here. Only you and me know you have it. Tech Team GB apparently declined MSI's request and posted the video anyway, after which MSI asked them to remove the word disappointing from the video title, which was also declined. Now, that's one I've encountered a lot. Brands trying to push back on your title. And there have been times, if they weren't... I was going to say, yeah, go ahead.
You've changed it sometimes, right?
I have.
Yeah.
There have been times, and it depends. If they're really pushy and I feel like they're infringing on my right to title my video whatever I want it to be, then I will just decline it out of principle. I'll outright refuse. But if they're very reasonable and they say, hey, I really feel that this title is not representative of your conclusions in the video, and I feel like for people just flying by, if this is the only impression they get of our product, it's not really fair. According to your conclusion in the video, you know, if we're pushing our clickability of the title a little bit too hard, there have been instances of that where I have changed the title in order to be better representative of the content at the request of the manufacturer. And
that's good.
That's a discussion. That's a collaboration. That's not a threat. That's not trying to silence me. And if I feel like it's a threat or an attempt to silence me, I will just outright refuse to do it. All right. After this, MSI allegedly threatened the channel with no more review samples or sponsorships if they didn't comply. This was mistake number 4, because I totally get brands not wanting to work with a media outlet that they feel is unfair or needlessly destructive. If MSI legitimately felt that this criticism and this wording was totally unfair to their product, they are well within their right to never provide review samples or sponsorships ever again. Why should they? But threatening, making this an exchange, a quid pro quo, that's where this one crosses the line for me. All they had to do was say, okay, and just never send them anything again. Okay, you know, fair enough. And the funny thing about that is I've had that happen. And ultimately, what I've discovered is that eventually, that's just the best way to go about it. They don't get their product covered for a while, and frankly, I'll survive without it. And eventually, everyone comes back, and these are the companies that act in a mature way. Everyone eventually comes back with, okay, here's one we think you're finally going to like. That happens. I can't think of a time that didn't happen when a manufacturer and I,
Or like the PR person that originally instated that is no longer there. A new PR person shows up and goes like, sorry, wait, what happened here? And then gets you all the stuff that you need.
That's a pretty common one too, actually. Yeah. All right.
More than once.
So declining again. Tech Team GB allegedly received a call from AMD PR alleging that MSI had requested AMD make them take the video down, and then AMD, for their part, were on Tech Team GB's side. I wonder if they talked to the same rep that I know who's UK-based. She's super nice. I forget her name, unfortunately, right now, but she's like she super gets it. So she already wrote a reply saying the problem was with the laptop and had merely called to let Tech Team GB know what was happening behind the scenes with MSI. Now, I pointed this out on Twitter, but this whole thing does not mesh with my experiences with MSI at all. I mean, up to the VP level, I know people. I've worked with MSI North America for the better part of a decade now. Like, I know those guys. They're good guys and gals and whatever. They're good people, and they would not think that this is okay. I have criticized MSI tons in the past. And their attitude is always, you know, well, you, Linus, and we'll make a better one next time, and maybe you'll finally daily drive an MSI one day. That's always the way it goes down. And when I say, you know, you, Linus, I mean that in like in a positive, like,
friendly banter way.
Yeah, friendly banter way, because I'll tell them, you know, you too, stop making laptops or whatever, right? So like that's how it goes down. And obviously I have a lot of respect for their laptops. They make a lot of great devices. That's just the way we talk to each other. So anyway, my point is that does not jive with my experience with MSI North America at all. The difference is that we work with MSI North America, and I don't know anything about their UK or EU team. This was pointed out on Twitter in spite of the fact that I mentioned it in my original tweet, we're kind of dangerous to engage in that kind of behavior with. So companies do tend to take a safer approach with us, where they kind of
it might be a little easier to bully the little guy.
Yes, where they kind of go, okay.
And the guy that hasn't thrown companies on blast for similar things many times in the past.
Come at me. Just come at me. I dare you. I dare you.
It would be good, because it would be a lot of views and a lot of people would click on those videos.
Yeah, I'm super into it, you know?
You'd feed him awesome content, so go for gold.
That's great. I mean, I never need you to cooperate with me ever again, because I'm in a position where if I really need your product, I'll just buy it. And then you don't get any say. You don't even get to like tell me what's good about it. I'm gonna figure it out on my own. If I miss something, that's on you. So anyway, someone pointed out that we happen to be kind of a big deal. So maybe our experience doesn't jive with smaller creators. Now, so far, MSI seems to be staying silent on the matter, with both US and UK MSI Twitter pages making no reference whatsoever to the issue, which is a little strange.
Probably some internal review going on. I doubt MSI is like super used to this type of problem.
Yeah, they kind of don't make headlines as often as someone like an Apple or a Microsoft.
Yeah.
They're less of a household name. This is definitely not the way you want to get famous.
No.
Unfortunately. But Notebook Check points out that the review unit that Tech Team GB had may have been faulty, because they had a positive conclusion in their own review. Actually, that's one of the reasons I was so surprised to see this, because I read Notebook Check's review and it was like, this thing's friggin' great. And then I saw this drama from Tech Team GB and MSI, and I was like, what is going on? But if that was the case, why wouldn't MSI just send them a new one so that they could evaluate the proper one, and this whole problem could have been avoided?
Yeah. It seems to me, if I try to find the negligence or ignorance instead of the malice in the situation, it seems to me that with the statement of like, only you and me know you have it, they're trying to maybe be like, I don't really want to send you another one, so can you just forget this whole thing even happened?
Yeah, or maybe that person would have gotten in trouble for sending out that unit. Maybe they weren't supposed to. Maybe it was a pre-production sample that wasn't supposed to go out, and they were just trying to do Tech Team GB a solid. I am not saying that's what happened here. I'm saying that based on what I know working in this industry for so long, it's feasible. It's conceivable that this person might be in a situation where they're desperate, where they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. If this review goes up, they're going to be exposed for having sent out a faulty unit. And if the review doesn't go up, at this point, they're screwed because they sent out a faulty unit or whatever. Like if they try to swap it out, they're going to be exposed. And if the video goes up, they're exposed. So now what? Maybe they're just desperate.
This is all just guessing.
This is all guesswork. Total guesswork.
It seems potentially valid to me, especially, I don't know.
I think it's also possible that we're looking at a cultural difference here. And again, I don't know anything about the people involved, but I've definitely experienced this in the industry before, where Asian media and press and PR have a very, very different way of working compared to Western media and Western PR. And this might be one of those things that is the norm in whatever territory this person came from, but is obviously not the norm for UK or North American press. So this might be one of those things where it's a training and cultural ignorance issue. I'm not excusing it in any case, because I think it's inappropriate no matter where you're from or where you live or who you're working with. But again, that's my cultural values that I am now imposing. I do think that they are positive cultural values, but I mean, you know, you're in dangerous waters, right? If you want to say, well, like my culture's way of doing it is the only way. I do think that it would be better to do this way without, you know, bribing people to not release videos. I do think that would be better, just worldwide, you know, less bribery. It's good. Speaking of bribery, I was bribed to tell you about our sponsors. I wasn't bribed, strictly speaking. I was paid, though. I was definitely paid. That's not bribery. That's not bribery. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah, it would typically be illegal or dishonest.
Oh yeah, no,
that is in the description of bribe.
It's very honest to tell you guys about Ridge Wallet. Ridge Wallet lets you stop carrying pointless items around in your pocket, like receipts, old hotel room keys, or spent gift cards. Why are you doing that? Stop it. Get a Ridge Wallet so you can carry less. They use 2 metal plates that are bound by a strong elastic band to keep your cards tightly together, but still accessible. The plates are RFID blocking, and they offer a lifetime guarantee, and they're available in aluminum, carbon fiber, and titanium. They are titanium. See, I'm not going to do the actual song. I was reading a tweet the other day. Someone got demonetized for humming like a few bars of the Titanic theme song. Apparently it's so lame. That is just titanium. It just made me think of it. Don't worry about it. They don't just sell wallets. They've got battery banks, bags, smartphone covers, and more. And you can use offer code Linus to save 10% on everything at ridge.com/wallet.
Beautiful.
The show is also brought to you today by Backblaze. Why just blaze when you can backblaze? Am I gonna get in trouble for that? It's just fire, okay? I'm saying backblaze. You know, they're fire. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Right? Backblaze offers unlimited cloud backups for Macs and PCs for just $6 a month. They've restored over 35 billion files. That's with a big B. And you can back up docs, music, photos, videos, drawings, projects, pretty much anything. This is really cool. You can download your data on desktop or mobile, or if it's too much, you can purchase or restore via hard drive, and they will overnight FedEx it to you. Isn't that crazy? You copy the data, you send the drive back, they give you a refund. There's no wonky cost structures, just unlimited data backup at a fixed price. Get a fully featured 15-day free trial at backblaze.com/WAN. So go play around with it, start protecting yourself from potential bad times, and then sign up, because that makes us look good. We weren't bribed to tell you that. I swear it. I swear it. All right. Finally, the show is brought to you by private internet access.
PIA.
Just get it. lmg.gg/PIA WAN. Just get it. Go get it. Go on. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it.
That's it. That's a whole sponsor spot.
That's the whole
Go
spot.
get it.
All right, let's do it.
That should be the new official tagline that we have for PIA.
Just get
Go get it.
Go get it. Go get it.
Backblaze, now that we're off the sponsor spots, are you doing the talking points for PIA?
No.
Yeah, okay. Backblaze, I have always found to be the most hilarious data storage company. Just because they've always been awesome and had crazy monolithic scale, but also at the exact same time been fly by the seat of your pants.
Total cowboys.
Yeah.
I love it.
You need your we'll just ship you a hard drive.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You got Amazon with their snowmobile or whatever. Meanwhile, Backblaze yeah, we got this hard drive. We're going to send that over.
Throw it at FedEx. Let's see what they do with it.
Don't worry about it.
It's so cool. I don't know. I love that.
$6. It checks
style.
out.
I don't know.
Checks out.
It's uncommon in that type of space to have those whatever that works types of solutions to things.
You know, yes and no. When you get it's unusual for companies to behave that way, but when you meet actual
oh no, that's what I mean though.
Oh, I see. The techs and engineers are absolutely
oh
yeah,
for sure.
Oh, yeah, dog. Let's do some cool, crazy stuff. The guys at 45 Drives are totally like that. The guys at oh man, what are they called? Liquid. The guys at Liquid are totally just, you only live once, bro. You know, whatever. You know, how many of these crazy SSDs you need? You want to be faster than PS5? Okay. Here's a couple epics. You know, we're gonna see how fast they go. We're gonna drag race some SSDs. Whatever,
That's
right?
awesome. I just love that the company, I think, encapsulates that dynamic a little bit more than most do.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, somebody finally asked. Dat Sweet Leaf over on Twitch. I was like, hey, what's up with the headband? Oh yeah. What do you mean headband? You mean headband and wristbands? So that's something I'm working on. Okay, something I'm working on right now. Okay, lttstore.com. Gigantic 40-ounce water bottles. So that's over a liter for my metric fellows. It's I think it's about double the size, double the internal capacity of the old one. lttstore.com. Same price. Okay, still insulated, keeps your water cold or tepid if you're disgusting. You know, if you're one of those. My mother-in-law with the tepid water. I don't get it. I can't abide it. I need the ice cold water, sir. But these are a project that we're working on. So basically, this is how a lot of things happen in the merch department. I needed new wristbands because my old ones are worn out. And rather than go to a store and just buy wristbands like a normal human being,
you make someone make them for you.
Yeah, I was like, hey, we should just do an LTT one so that I can rep LTT while I'm playing badminton. And yeah, so we did. So we're gonna order like a couple thousand units, and we're gonna. I think we're targeting $9.99 for the 3-pack with the 2 wristbands and the headband. Okay, $9.99. Sound good? All right. lttstore.com. We should just totally put like store.com over here. Oh yeah. You guys
should host
hike it up a bit more though. Oh yeah.
Merch contests.
Merch contests?
Like okay, so you and your bros gotta buy the like sweatband pack. And then you have to make like the best training montage video.
Oh wow.
And whatever group of friends makes the best training montage video featuring the LTT sweatbands gets like a merch pack or something.
I love it. I don't know how we could do it because it's technically a lottery. That's where you got to get in. That's where you get in trouble. If you have to buy something for a chance to win, you can run afoul of gaming laws, and they are super nasty, and you don't want to run afoul of gaming. I have no idea how Mr. Beast does it. In fact, he actually got smacked down in the what investing subreddit. This was some like low key drama. Well, do you know about this? You were following this? Yeah. So they removed the post from Mr. Beast after he promised to invest $100,000 in the top upvoted trading idea in that subreddit. And then basically they were like, yeah, this is super irresponsible and you need to GTFO. I was like, whoa, ouch. Get shreked.
Because like people were just going to figure out what the top one was and then buy a bunch of it so that when he buys it, like it's worth, it was, people were worried about even the like legality of how that was going to happen and stuff. I don't know. I don't understand the stuff very well. I was just stunned that it was even actually him.
I know Jimmy. This totally sounds like him, by the way. And I am sure.
Oh no, the Reddit account. Like when I saw the post,
I
was like, oh, that's obviously fake.
And then it was actually him. Yeah.
And then it was him, and I was like,
so
okay.
I know him. There's no way that he had any kind of like ill intention. I think for him it was just about the spectacle. He just does things for the lulz. He does a lot of stuff for really good causes. He's one of those people that I genuinely do not think the being a nice guy on camera is an act at all. I think he's just genuinely a super cool dude who just wants to make awesome videos and just kind of be awesome and make a career out of hanging out with his bros and being awesome. Like he's a super cool guy. This was probably an example of him being a little impulsive in a way that didn't work out for him, around a very serious thing like investing, especially in the current climate where it feels like we're on this crazy to the moon kind of bubble right now that is extremely reminiscent of the .com bubble. Like if you look at the curve, it's like Ooh, it's just like that, but bigger. uh, and I can see why that community wouldn't take kindly to it, but yeah, okay. I'm just saying I don't think he had any kind of malicious intent here, so I'm not gonna pile on to him or anything. I'm also kind of glad that he's not glamorizing making extremely risky bets in the stock market. The timing's not right. The message isn't right. Give it to a Twitch streamer or whatever your jam is.
Do your standard stuff.
Do your thing. Don't do that thing. That kind of thing. Apparently, moving on to another tech topic here, Nvidia's new 12-pin power connector is real and will be coming with Ampere. So after being leaked by Chinese tech company FC PowerUp, it appears that Nvidia's new 12-pin connector is real and is reportedly not associated with any industry group. This is just Nvidia going rogue, creating a new power connector, and it's essentially two 6-pin power connectors clipped together, eliminating the traditional gap between multiple connectors on a card. Why? What are you guys doing? Looking at the keying, it appears that in spite of this, traditional 6-pin connectors will require a 2x8 pin to 12-pin adapter and will not be directly compatible with the new layout despite having the same pinouts. It is rumored there will be such an adapter included with the Founders Edition. Apparently, the reason for the new connector is because of a change in wire gauge, which means that the 12 pins could carry anywhere from 400 watts to as much as 600 watts of power, compared to the 300 watts that even twin 8-pin connectors are allowed to carry. Wow, okay. German tech blogger Igor's Lab posted a neat write-up showing how the thicker wire gauges can carry higher currents, and mentions that this can do away with the pigtail 2x6+2 pin cable altogether. Yeah, until such time as we're getting 800 watt GPUs, and you need two of these things.
There's a comment on this that says, if you read the original article, which is in Chinese, the last sentence translates to, "I fabricated all the content above."
Sorry, where's this?
If you go on the Tech Power Up article and you scroll down a little bit, there's a comment by a name that I'm not going to say that says the last line on the original article translates to, "I fabricated all the content above."
Huh. Well, I hope that's
There's a few other a few other comments that pointed out too. It's not just this guy's.
Okay, there's a reply to that says that maybe means that he sketched the picture. That wouldn't be all the content though. Oh boy. Well, let's see how it goes. One thing I can say is real is the new 12 volt only ATX standard that Intel is working on. So AnandTech published an article about it a little while ago. They are doing away with the 24-pin connector. Yes, my friends. So instead of having 12 volt, which in a lot of cases is the only thing your computer power supply actually makes, and then there's conversions internally, DC to DC conversions from 12 volt to 5 volt and 3.3 volt. Instead of having your power supply do that, there'll just be a 12 volt harness from the power supply to the motherboard, and then your lower voltages will be handled from there, and there will actually be power connectors built onto the board for things like SATA power to come off of the motherboard.
Interesting.
So I have a power supply and a motherboard.
Really?
I'm gonna try it next week. Yeah. So I'll be making a video about that very soon. And that is definitely real. Because I have it.
So you're gonna need a different power supply for Intel or AMD.
Well, Intel, I think, would be pushing this as like an industry standard. I don't think it would be a closed standard. I sincerely doubt that.
Okay. Hopefully, because that would be very annoying differentiation.
Wow, there are so many pages of discussion here, in spite of the fact. Okay, maybe this whole 12-pin connector is disproven. So, well, at any rate, bye. Twitter got hacked. You want to talk about the Twitter hack?
Sure. Yeah, I don't think it's really like someone tweeted out a thing saying that they're happy that it happened the way that it did, because they got $120,000 instead of like every single person with a check. And who knows, maybe this happened, but that attack vector wasn't used for probably something way worse.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like the impact of this wasn't that high. It's a lot of money,
Some
and that
gullible
sucks.
people lost some money.
Yes, and that's unfortunate. But like, the splash from this could have been so much bigger. We don't technically know. Maybe they could have harvested direct messages, stuff like that. But it seems like all they really wanted was some Bitcoin money,
which is
like
weird.
The people that in this situation you kind of want to do that if it's going to be someone. You know what I mean?
Like they got Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Kanye West, President Barack Obama, former President Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and Apple. Like these are some high profile accounts. I can tell you.
Didn't they just get all the check marks?
I don't know. Well, maybe they did, but maybe they were only like maybe it was quite a manual process to send out like believable tweets.
Okay.
Yeah. So Twitter blocked tweets from all verified users in reaction to this. And this appears to have been a problem where mid-level users had site-wide admin rights, and these tools were used for the attack. So the FBI is actively investigating what happened, and it's unclear if the hackers were able to access private information like direct messages.
Yes, I guess we just don't know. I didn't use Twitter for the time when all the check marks were banned, but I kind of wish I did. Because I think it would have been really interesting and potentially better. It would be very interesting to have a filter on Twitter that just ignores all the check marks.
Ouch.
It would be interesting. Your personal account isn't checkmarked.
That's true. I am unverified.
But the business is. A lot of what check marks are is like businesses and stuff.
Yes, monkey?
You know? It's like I feel like you'd hear like the real voice of the people more potentially. I don't know. I don't spend that much time on Twitter, so I'm not sure.
Okay, we've got some breaking news here, guys. This is Auntie Connie's card. Okay, we're going to celebrate her birthday with her tomorrow. And my daughter has brought me this piece of paper that is so yellow that it is turning the entire frame purple. While my poor camera tries to figure out what to do with it. Okay, so this is the card she has made for Auntie Connie. And
we
are going to stay there to eat dinner. Okay, off you go, darling. Can you close the door behind you, please? Okay, sorry about that.
At what age do they start adding words to the cards?
A little later than that. A couple more years. Another year.
Okay.
All right. Twitch makes the U.S. Army stop baiting viewers with fake giveaways. Have you been following this whole U.S. military Twitch?
Not even remotely. I heard it was a thing. I saw a singular clip from it. I heard that they were banning speech about controversial like American government actions.
Yeah, it kind of ain't great, the whole US military Twitch thing. So yeah, the different branches of the military apparently have their own Twitch channels that they use to start conversations with people.
They should have a Space Force channel that just plays like Star Citizen and what's the other one that's like probably better in a lot of ways?
Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, Elite Dangerous.
So the goal is to have conversations with the eventual goal of outreach/recruitment. And so they would, as part of this initiative, apparently host giveaways, giving away things like Xbox Elite controllers. But then the giveaway links would just redirect to an Army sign-up page. And Twitch has now said they have forced the Army to stop doing this. The relationship between the Army and Twitch is a little bit opaque. Like the Army channel gets very prominent placement on the Twitch website. And it's not really clear exactly what kind of exchange is taking place in order to make that happen. So there's a lot of people that are really uncomfortable with the way that this particular outreach effort is reaching minors. who are not even eligible to enlist at this point in time, with the way that they seem to be bait and switching people, and with the way that they seem to be banning anyone who speaks out against the U.S. military in their chat, which under normal circumstances, hey, it's your Twitch channel, it's your right. But when you are a government entity, now all of a sudden we're having a free speech discussion as opposed to just a, hey, this is my chat, my rules discussion. So yeah.
But okay, here's an interesting question.
Sure.
Is it on Twitch to enforce that free speech discussion?
No. So that's something where somebody, I don't even know who would be in charge of this, would have to actually... Like
something should, as far as my understanding of American law goes, which is very little, but something should step in and enforce that. But I don't think it's Twitch. So like, that's interesting.
No idea. I mean, I could see Twitch enforcing it just to make sure that they're covering their own butts, but I don't think they're obligated to. The oven went off?
No, the oven went.
Okay. Sorry, darling. I'm on my show right now, so you got to go out there, okay? Can you close the door, please? Okay, thank you. All right. So I have to go because I have a badminton tournament. That's why I'm dressed like this. Let's go ahead and blow through some super chats.
Okay. I know neither of us have seen it, but we probably need to talk about Mr. Henry.
Oh, Henry Cavill building. Yeah, Mr. The Witcher.
Should we watch it? I don't even know how to watch it.
I think it's on Instagram.
It didn't go on YouTube, so my whole brain was just like, it's not on YouTube, it's not on Flowplane. How do I... But yeah, I guess it's on Instagram. I never use Instagram.
Apparently he builds it really seductively and does a better job than The Verge. That's all I really know about it so far. Where's the...
Well, he's like... He's publicly been very into gaming and very into PC for like a long time. So, I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that he did it himself. Like part of me is like, would have been pretty sweet to see a collaboration between like you guys and him. But at the same time, I appreciate that he took it upon himself and just did it himself.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I haven't heard anyone be like, oh my God, he did a terrible job. So I'm assuming he did a pretty good job.
Must have done some research.
That's cool.
That's awesome. So guys, go check it out. Internet's freaking out. This has literally 880,000 likes on Instagram. Like, wow. So yeah, go check that out, guys.
Almost 4 million views.
I promised we were going to talk about Gamer Girl. Okay. All right, let's do it. Here it is. This is the trailer for Gamer Girl. Oh, dang it. I gotta find the right... Oh, there we go. Wait, what? You know what? I'm just going to do this. That's easier. Here we go. You ready?
18.
Okay. Oops, I can't move that. I can move this one.
I like as well that he like shows himself checking the manuals and stuff.
Cool. Water time, break time.
I don't know if you saw that part of the video.
Yeah.
But you see him go like, oh, okay, what is this? Okay, it goes that way, and then he does it properly. Like,
Luke, we're watching the Gamer Girl trailer.
Where is it? I thought they pulled it down.
It's up on whatever channel this is.
It's on YouTube?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the basic premise is that you play as a moderator on this Gamer Girl's channel, and you like try to keep her safe or something. The acting is so cringy.
It's a weird premise.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible. So it's like a choose your own adventure, like full motion video game, sort of game.
Just gonna make sure he's okay.
Control the chat stream.
Yeah. And then at the end of the trailer, there's like a creepy guy, and then she, I think, gets knocked out or something. It looks like literally the worst thing ever. And the crazy part of this is that it wasn't just like on the developer's website or something. Like this went up on like Sony
PlayStation
promoted it. Yeah, like what even is going on here? It just looks so okay. You know, so some people are calling it simp simulator. Other people are calling it. I'm trying to think of what the kind of like the other political end of the spectrum is calling it. But like aside from that, it just looks bad. Like it just looks not entertaining. Simp simulator. All right, I got a couple super chats I got to get through. I just thought I'd share that with you guys. So bad. Thanks Robert Mail. Thanks Alec Warden. Thanks Deep Fried Smurf. Water bottle was great till I dropped it and cracked the lid. What? Contact support. Contact support. Gotta get that contact. What else we got? Theorica says some chump change to buy Auntie Connie a gift from Luke. This is a $40 super chat, or pay for various things you might have borrowed that we'll never give back. What? This is like my aunt. I mean, Luke does know my Aunt Connie. She's super nice.
She is super nice.
She's super nice.
I would love to have Linus give her a gift on behalf of me from you. That sounds fantastic.
That's a very weird.
He won't.
Weird dynamic.
But it sounds great.
All right. So, yes. Anything else you wanted to add to WAN Show today, Luke?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, then why don't y'all have a wonderful weekend? I'm going to go get myself crushed in singles.
What I will say is if they release the Simulator game, which someone named it in Twitch chat, which I think is hilarious, you should play it on Twitch. You should stream it.
I'm super down. I mean, it can't be worse than those games we were playing last weekend.
Those were amazing.
Those were actually, I had fun.
Dude, I actually did too.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
You can now dislike videos on Floatplane. Go do it.
Oh, yeah. And you should also just like join Floatplane. There's a really good Intel rant on there right now. Just go join it and buy a water bottle. And with whatever money you have left over, just buy sweatbands.
Yeah.
For all the sweating that you guys definitely do.